I've been recently playing through the Arkham series in release order from Asylum to City to Origins. And while not a bad game, Origins is a serious downgrade in many respects, and I just want to speak to them. Talking about a game released 10 years ago isn't the most timely or the most safe thing algorithm-wise, but I have thoughts on the matter, and I choose to speak to them. Even if no one cares. Even if it is eaten by the machine. Arkham Origins is a game that has people split on its quality. Being a prequel follow-up to the breathtaking, critically acclaimed Arkham City, to say that WB Montreal had some big shoes to fill would be a massive understatement. But on the other hand, Rocksteady already laid the groundwork. There's already a super strong foundation. All that is needed is a little remix. Some of their choices are really bizarre and beyond explanation. So let's take a look at what they did choose to do. Both the prior Arkham entries are Game of the Year winners, so it might feel a little unfair to compare the work, but the comparison can't be ignored. Right off the bat, firing up the game, the menu screen sets the tone. The motion graphics are nice, 9 monochrome black with splashes of color while a dark heavy sound accompanies it. Not bad. It's even got a cute little Christmas motif in there. Nice. Listen to it a little bit. Pressing start leads into my first gripe. The interfaces are overdesigned as all hell. Blue typeface letters over-explaining everything in laborious detail. It all just runs together and I have to fight my eyes from glazing over. Just look at all this. Check out the game over screen. Mission failed. Mission failed. Reloading your last save point. Why so redundant? What's wrong with a simple game over screen? Rocksteady didn't have to do all this shit. The map is the same way too. It's so granular and blue. Can barely see at a first glance. I have to zoom in not only just to see, but also because the icons are so precise. I have to be exactly on the money. Oh, these menus. So many subcategories, bullet points, dashes. It's so busy. So much unnecessary visual noise. It reminds me how our AI speaks, verbose, algorithmically inhuman. Rocksteady's interface was the opposite. It suits Batman because he doesn't talk much, and neither do these menus. Less is more. Gameplay-wise, it's pretty similar to the previous entries, with a bit more focus on combat, which isn't a knock on it at all, just a direction I've noticed. Combat is one of the game's strengths, being a highlight of the series. It really shines in the boss battles here, but more on that later. A significant little pain in my side when switching between the other games is the control schemes. In the Rocksteady series, L1 triggers detective mode and L2 is a QuickTime gadget. Here, those functions are reversed. L2 triggers a QuickTime gadget, while L1 is detective mode. Every other button is the same except those, and it can't be changed. Irks my soul every time I switch games, and it constantly trips me up. And unlike the other games, you can't change it. At all. Another combat-related gripe of mine is the sound of knocking out and defeating an enemy. It sounds so weak and ineffectual, like a muted wet fart. Nothing like the satisfying crunch perfected in City. Now that just sounds like I did damage. Asylum was a linear game with open world elements, being the different buildings and sections. City was a more true-to-form open world, allowing you to grapple and glide off buildings seamlessly, cementing it as a staple of the series. However, in Origins, the map design and general strategy of the game is a bit different, a bit more standard, the Ubisoft approach. A mysterious enigma is preventing you from flying wherever you want using radio towers. So the player, Batman, must free these towers to unlock fast travel points. And to make sure you do so, a long-ass bridge is placed into the center of Gotham. A very long, tedious, boring bridge, significantly unfun enough to persuade you to at least unlock a few of these fast travel points. Unless you want to do this shit every time. Another staple of Arkham that I love is Riddler trophies. I know it's not everyone's favorite, but they're these cool little secrets and challenges that actually make you think a little bit in order to get them. Love seeing if I can try my hand at getting these. It's a fun surprise to come across that iconic green glow in the form of a question mark. But in here, no trophies. We get Enigma data packs. I swear Plankton came up with half this shit. It still scratches the itch to see if I can collect some of these, even if the reward is more data and percentages. I originally thought there were no riddles to solve, that is until I stumbled across something one day. Graffiti. Ultraviolet graffiti. Invisible to the naked eye, randomly located, only seen through Batman's detective vision. No skill, no savviness, random location, no sauce.
I am not impressed.
Another thing that is a highlight of the series are the boss battles. They vary so much, each having their own themes going on, demanding different aspects to beat them, bringing different colors of psychopathy to flavor their narrative. And they're pretty fun and challenging too. Some of them can also be quite cinematic. Let's take a look at the first one, Killer Croc. That one is standard, nothing special. Dodge when he charges, stun, then beat down. Add in some goons a little later for a little spice. But the next one is a different story. The second boss fight, Deathstroke, is peak. Widely regarded as the best in the series, and for good reason too. Demands a mixture of all your techniques, gadgets, with multiple phases. My only problem comes from the context around it. After you scour Penguin's ship, taking out all of the thugs, and reach Penguin, seconds away from stopping his whole operation, Deathstroke grabs Batman out of the blue and just takes him on. No foreshadowing, no pop in circumstance, nothing. Batman's equal and opposite counterpart just randomly appears, displays arguably the toughest fight in the game, then just leaves, after like the third level. I think he needs more. He needs to be a later boss fight at least, and really allow the player to imagine what the world's greatest assassin will bring. Because he really just appears, gives Batman the business, then just leaves, just as abruptly as he came. A fight that does have a little build-up is Copperhead, and in this case a little bit goes a long way. It starts with you hearing her laughter in the background, in the quiet moments of Sionis' mill. And once you reach the climax of the level, she appears out of the shadows, really like Deathstroke, but when she points into you, her toxin's effect is drawn out, creating an entire sequence of suspense and drama, forcing Batman to make a cure for her neurotoxin on the spot, while fighting the effects.
And in a few more minutes, your body will realize it.
And the stakes really set in when the hallucinations take a hold, which leads to her boss fight. You have to fight Copperhead and her hallucinations. Really cool angle. Fun, cool, challenging, all that. Love it. Arkham City's Deadshot left me wanting more at the end. It goes from a pretty cool side mission in Batman finding a connection between political prisoners who were sniped, to trying to prevent the next assassination, all culminating in the player facing off against the world's greatest assassin in a simple, lackluster encounter. I wanted more. Origins gave me that. Improving on City's very few letdowns, it starts with a similar but condensed side mission. The player follows a distress beacon, and he is found by a helicopter right before it is shot down. Analyzing the seed reveals that the shot was ricocheted across miles, an impossible shot, for everyone except Deadshot that is. What follows is something I wish happened more. A Predator boss battle. So good. I love Predator challenges. Why don't we have more of this? I wish this was a challenge map, because I really just love this that much. Next up, Firefly. Firefly getting his own level where you have to stop him from blowing up the entire bridge is some good stuff. Makes for some epic set pieces too. Heavy stakes, trying to take out thugs, disarm bombs on the burning bridge. I mean really, the cinematic quality speaks for itself. Just look at this entire level, just look at it. I mean his boss fight, a chase scene, a platform sequence, all of that. No complaints here. Gotta appreciate Arkham Origins for giving Bane his proper respect. Major props for making him a cunning, brutal hunter instead of just a dumb muscle man. His fights are a lot more complex and challenging, much more than Asylum. And he has a grander presence overall, being the halfway point and the final boss fight, all while giving him a reason why he's not this way in the sequel games. Can't even hate on that if I tried.
It appears the TN1 Bane took damage to his memory permanently.
Does that mean he will be
Lost and find
Good luck with that.
In general, overall, Arkham Origins feels mediocre, like it made standard boilerplate moves rather than anything too crazy. The menus and the overall theme are more standard military. The story is okay. A young, more rough than usual Batman faces a threat that forces him into the spotlight. He is put through the ringer as he learns to accept help and be less closed off. It's alright. Some recurring elements, some stakes, very little twists and turns, does the job, nothing too crazy. And that's just how I felt overall. If we had this game before we had Rocksteady's undeniable masterpieces, the game would have had more impact and been remembered a lot more fondly. Or maybe another chance. After all, Asylum was a little rough before it was carved and perfected into Arkham City. I don't know, what do you think? Am I being too harsh? Tell me what you think.